Damn you, Jimmy! Damn you! Alright, so listen up, you two. It's Phenom, you know what I'm saying? We gotta talk about SummerSlam 2023. Honestly, pretty great event. I thought like it was a pretty great pay-per-view. Let me go through some of the stuff that happened, right? I'll get to everything in the order. I'll just talk about every match in order. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, right? First match was the battle right? No, it was Logan Paul versus Ricochet, right? Good match. Damn good match. Yeah, that's all I had to say, bro. It was a good match. The right man won. You know, Ricochet, I like Ricochet. I really like Ricochet. He should have been getting, you know what I'm saying, attention and pushes and stuff like that. I think like he was a little bit bland as a character, but you know what I'm saying? It's Ricochet, you know what I'm saying? He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Logan Paul, now this is coming from someone who I don't watch WWE as much as I used to, but I watch the pay-per-views, you know what I'm saying? I'm still locked in. I had not seen Logan Paul win a match until you know what I'm saying, today when I finished watching the pay-per-view, because when I tuned in, it was like at the start of Seth versus Finn till today, where I watched the rest of the matches on replay on Peacock. Shout out Peacock, but they be giving you ads though, but whatever. Yeah, the right man won that match, definitely. Logan did his thing, Ricochet did his thing. Logan looked good, Ricochet looked good, you know what I'm saying? Obviously because he cheated too, he got the brass knuckles, so everybody was fine, you know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna make some good progress in both of these characters. Maybe both those characters. Now next, Cody versus Brock. Yeah, I think it was a good match. One of the weaker matches, not weaker, I don't want to say weaker. Now some people would probably argue, but I'll talk about that later. But I don't think there was a bad match on the card. That four main events, come on, bro. There's a main event, there's one main event. Now WrestleMania, it's a 2-night card, so you could say there's 2 main events because it was like with the main event for night 1, main event for night 2. Okay, sure, whatever. But one night, one main event. Like they need to stop playing around. But yeah, good match, pretty good match. Honestly, I really thought he was gonna lose. I really thought he was gonna lose. As soon as he got F5, I thought it was over. I ain't gonna lie. The first F5, I thought it was over. Then they got F5 again. I was like, bro, this is crazy. I was like, bro, this is crazy. It was definitely an older style type of match. Very reminiscent of the John Cena squash. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought they were doing low key. I was like, this is crazy. This man's getting cooked. He kept throwing him out. You know what I'm saying? Kept rolling back and throwing him out. I'm like, bro, just doing that 5 of the ring, but whatever. I guess he just really wanted a count out. But he kept throwing him out. And I'm through the announce table. I was like, damn, this is crazy. But came back, you know what I'm saying? The turnbuckle thing, I think that I like the psychology in the match, you know what I'm saying? I like the fact that they brought him like suplexed him, but like he had the turnbuckle and then he threw him into the turnbuckle, hitting him with his own moves, you know what I'm saying, with the Kimura. He didn't get hit with 3 F5s, you know what I'm saying? And that, you know what I'm saying, the fighting in the match, when Cody started fighting, Cody started boxing, got his own flurries in. It was pretty one-sided up until Cody started boxing too, but it wasn't completely one-sided on Cody's part either. And then the ending where, I think the ending of the match was literally perfect, because instead of doing the double crossroads only for him to kick out like he has before, he did it 3 times. I like that. I like that he just did it 3 times instead of doing it 2 times and being surprised when he kicked out, like he hasn't kicked out of it 2 times already before. Like he did 3 times. 3 times. Boom, boom. All right, bet. This is probably not gonna work. Do it again. Boom. Win. Like, I like that. I like the show of respect. I ain't gonna lie. The show of respect kind of made me like Cody more. I ain't gonna lie. Because I ain't never seen Brock act like that. Brock was dapping this nigga up. He dapped the nigga up, gave him a hug, raised his arm. Like, that's crazy. I had never seen Brock act like that with nobody. So, damn, wrong one. I was in the wrong one the whole time. But yeah, shout out Cody, shout out Brock. They both contributed to a great match. You know what I'm saying? Brock actually coming in on Raws I don't want to say semi-regularly, but a lot more regularly than some past days. But yeah, shout out to them both. Good match, good ending, the right ending. You can move on to the next match, which was Ronda versus Shayna. Is that here? I actually really enjoyed the match, the weakest regular match on the card. You could argue the weakest match of the card in general, because the Battle Royale was actually pretty entertaining. Was the Battle Royale before this? Oh yeah, Battle Royale was before this. Okay, Battle Royale. LA Knight won, has some entertaining moments in it. The right man won. Nobody looked weak, except for Apollo Crews, damn. But nobody really looked weak. AJ Styles was looking like AJ Styles. Sheamus was looking like Sheamus. The right man won. A lot of rivalries got showcased, which is good, which is really good. Yeah, I don't have too much to say. W Battle Royale. Ronda versus Shayna. At first I really did not like that it was a UFC type of match, because I feel like you could do or like an MMA, quote unquote MMA rules, whatever, because you can do anything in an MMA rules that you can do in a regular match. Yeah, anything you did in the MMA rules match, you could just do it in a regular match, but have more tension with the pinfalls. and like incorporate more wrestling moves because of the pinfalls. But I like the way they approached it, which was like basically like making a scripted UFC match with, like, for example, with like that kick. The kick made me like, I record back when she hit that kick, boy. I was like, oh, I was like, damn, she kicked that ass. I was like, damn. That's the one thing though. Like, the thing about that men's match is that it had its weaknesses with like just the way the match was executed. It wasn't like a regular wrestling match, so it was kind of weird. But I like the fact that it made the strikes, like the clean hits, feel so much more impactful than in a regular match. Like they sold the hell out of stuff. They had like a lot of technical wrestling, maybe not technical wrestling, but like, yeah, they had a lot of like submissions, you know what I'm saying, submission switching and stuff. Like, that was lit. When they really started going at it, that was lit. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like Shayna was like the face. Like, Ronda was talking a lot, talking spicy a lot. They had a lot of Shayna moments where it was like Shayna was just sitting down in that ring, you know what I'm saying, how to get her energy up and stuff. And like, especially with the moment with like the injury, and then Ronda just throws the medical staff away, and then she throws away the mouth guard and she starts going crazy. Like, they made Shayna look like a face, low key, or it was heel versus heel, I don't know. But yeah, like, I like the way they executed that. At the end of the day, it started pretty slow, a little bit boring, but it definitely picked up. The right woman won. Bro, the part where Shayna was biting the glove, that was fire. That was actually fire. I was like, that's badass. That's actually fire. So I like this match. W match, bro. I wish WWE wasn't so damn cheap and they had her old theme back. Sure, Shayna's old theme current, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Now, I think the next match was Gunther versus Drew. Great match. The right man won. Gunther, of course, he's gonna win because he gotta get that record, you know what I'm saying? Hockey Talk Man. I'm gonna say it. He's the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. He just is. Like, it's like LeBron, right? You know what I'm saying? Getting that scoring record, you know what I'm saying? Like, getting the record, like, doesn't make him the greatest. He was already the greatest, but it just adds the extra stamp to it, adds the extra to it, you know what I'm saying? The day's record adds extra to it. You know, I really like Drew. Drew's very over. I wish he could have not lost, but I think Drew will be fine. It's not like he's losing to nobody. He's losing to Gunther, who is like, I've recently learned he hasn't been pinned since he joined the main roster, which is good because the last time he got pinned was Ilya. So when Ilya come, shoot, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think it was a great match. The right man won. Psychology was present. There was a lot of brawling, you know what I'm saying? I didn't like that he kicked out of the Claymore because I just like when they protect finishers, but you know what I'm saying? He did what he had to do. He could dethrone Roman. That's all. Maybe. Seth wins. A lot of people wanted Finn to win. I was indifferent towards the winner of this match because I really like both these guys. Bro, when my man's Finn won that shit, bro, I was popping off, bro. I remember where I was. I remember what I was doing. It is sad to see him lose again, but it's to Seth, you know, big Seth. That's big Seth. So like, Shayna could with anything, anytime, any place, anywhere. They added more tension with him and Damian Priest. They didn't make him waste the Money in the Bank briefcase. I like the fact that it was like Finn, it was like, you know what I'm saying, this is plan A. So Finn was just trying to straight beat him, you know what I'm saying? And then Damian Priest comes out, tries to complicate it. And it's like, okay. Damian Priest goes down, you know what I'm saying? Because he tries to get him to cheat. He doesn't cheat. He almost makes him lose the match. Then mid-match, Finn's like, I bet I'm trying to cheat. And Damian Priest is like, yo, what you mean? You wasn't trying to cheat before? I bet. Gives him the distraction. Then he gets cooked for it. Head on the briefcase. He didn't lose clean. He lost to his head getting put on a briefcase, but it was kind of his own fault anyway. And then Seth gets the dub. So I think at the end of the day, Finn will be fine. Seth can continue his reign, and I feel like there was pros and cons either way. So I think it's fine. You know what I'm saying? Damian Priest could build his cred up, maybe so he could actually use it and win. The reign would have ended a little bit short if he lost here. So W match: Asuka versus Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair. I did not like Asuka being like on the side in this feud, but Asuka was very dominant in this match in general. Now I love that. I think it was a great match. I'm glad Charlotte didn't win because no matter what, if Charlotte walked out of tonight as the champion, I don't think anybody would have cared about that injury angle, bro. I genuinely thought she was hurt. She got boom, and then it was like her face, but then her leg got injured, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. And the way she was limping, I was like, bro, is she actually injured? And they were trying not to talk about it, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. When they started getting OD into it, and they started talking about when they started saying, once Michael Cole said, oh, her knee was bothering her earlier in the match, I was like, this could be a work, low-key. And then she started limping away, but then she started limping away, and it looked like her leg was collapsing. I was like, is she selling it, or is she actually, like, you know what I'm saying? But then when she looked back into the ring, I was like, yeah, no, this is looking a work. Because usually when people get injured, they never look back into the ring. They just help them out swiftly, and then they just get them out of there. But Yeah, she was looking back into the ring multiple times. She started like quivering multiple times. I was like, all right, bet. And they showed her on the screen and kept mentioning her. Usually they just pivot into the next topic when people gets injured. And then she came back, started going crazy, you know what I'm saying, won the match at the end of the day. And I was like, you know what? I like that. I actually like that. The reason I really like that is because they're on their Super Cena timing, right? And I think it's good. I think it's good that they're on Super Cena timing with Bianca, making her like freaking superhero or whatever and getting her wins because she's still over, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as people say they don't like her, that she's boring and she's this and she's that, at the end of the day, she still gets pops. The little girls like her, niggas like her in general. So you got a super nigga for little girls and niggas? Like, come on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I thought it was gonna be like, okay, she gets injured and then it makes her turn heel. But then I was like, okay, she wins off the injury. Like, she's her. She got a pop, you know what I'm saying? Everything's lit. I wanted Asuka to win, but I'm okay with this outcome. And then I hear Io Sky's music and I'm like, that's the perfect caption. Because when you really think about it, if she would have cashed in at any other time, you would have said it like it was a bad, like you should have cashed in at when the champion was literally off the injury. Come on, you know, that was literally the best time to cash in. Bayley smacking the piss out of Charlotte Flair with the briefcase was hilarious. Using the briefcase to attack Bianca, going right for the knee, straight into the moonsault, W. Perfect cash in my opinion, because that's the perfect scenario for Io to cash in, and she cashes in and she gets the belt. That's big Io. She got the aura. When I saw her with the belt, hold on, I'm gonna get the pic of her with the belt. Hold on. Let me get the pic of her with the belt. Io Sky. It's Io Sky? My fault. Where's the image of her with the belt? Shirley. Come on. Like, look at her with that belt, bro. Look at her with that belt. Win. Look at her. She look good with that belt, bro. Stop playing. Nah, she look good with that belt, bro. I don't know. I don't care what nobody says. She look fine with that belt. Like, come on, bro. Like, this doesn't just look right. Doesn't this just look like, come on, bro? Like, she just looks good with the belt, bro. Like, I don't know what to say. She just looks good with the belt. Ooh. Woo. Woo. Like damn. Look at her with the belt, bruh. She just sparkling this. Like, come on, man. And she got her dogs with her. Like, oh, wrong pick. But she had her dogs with her and stuff. Like, come on. This is just right. This is just the right thing to do. It's just right. It just looks right. Feels right. Come on, man. Main event of the evening. Roman Reigns, you know what I'm saying, Tribal Chief versus Main Event Jey Uso. You know what I'm saying? For the Tribal Chief dumb and the Universal Championship. Great match, as we expected it to be. The thing about Jey that I really like is that, just like Roman, he's a great wrestler with not even that extensive of a moveset. He doesn't have that much stuff. Well, I mean, I bet he has stuff in his bag, but he doesn't use that much stuff in the bag, you know what I'm saying? He is mostly the same moveset he's always had, you know what I'm saying? But he's just great, has great psychology, you know what I'm saying? He knows how to get combos, he knows how to get crowd, you know what I'm saying? He's very, like Corey Graves said it, he's very emotive. Like, you can see the emotions on his face, and that's powerful, bro. Especially when you're wrestling, like, that's how you can really see the emotion, you know what I'm saying? Roman is Roman. I don't know what to say. Like, it's just that's Roman, bro. Like, you know, these two was gonna have a banger, and they had a banger. It was mad violent, going through tables, all type of stuff, chairs, Solo coming out, but Solo, like, the interference not like making the match like really bad. Honestly, let's get to the ending, because like we've seen the wrestle before we can get to the end. Damn you, Jimmy! You monster! You snaked your own brother, bro! Come on, man! Yo, twin! That's twin, bro! That's twin there, bro! Come on, man! But yeah, like, honestly, people were saying that he did it for no reason. He clearly did it for a reason. Like, we know what the reason was. Like, I think they should have mentioned it on commentary, because it definitely flew over a lot of people's heads, or people just forgot about it because it was very in the moment. In the moment, it was just like,
are you serious? Like, you really had Jimmy portray him for no reason? Like, the Roman Reigns is getting boring. Like, they just pulled out plot armor for him, and now we know he's gonna lose at Cody at WrestleMania
or something like that. I don't know. Well, I don't want him to lose necessarily. He doesn't necessarily have to lose at WrestleMania. He'll lose at Survivor Series or some other pay-per-view, but you know what, or the Royal Rumble. But knowing WWE, they're probably gonna have to lose at WrestleMania just because I don't know. Even instead of trying to build up another pay-per-view by having to lose it at that pay-per-view. But whatever. Anyway, they literally said in their feud earlier, like a few months ago, Jimmy did not want him to be the Tribal Chief. Like Roman was telling Jey, yo, Jimmy doesn't want you to be Tribal Chief. And he was like, yeah, it's true. I literally did not want you to be the Tribal, like, it's true. Like, That's true. Like right before Jey turned on him, or Jey turned on Roman, he was like, yo, he doesn't want him to be tribal chief, all the way back in freaking Hell in a Cell. So that comes all the way back here in the match to be the tribal chief. He takes him out of the ring. He's like, I don't want you to be tribal chief. And moreover, it's his older brother, or sorry, after all these years, maybe like at the beginning of the Main Event Jey Uso stuff, it was like, yo, this is my brother. He'd really get his opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Let's get lit. And he was injured too, which is why he was getting an opportunity. But now that he's not injured no more, and it's like, okay, like you became Main Event Jey Uso because I was injured. You know what I'm saying? And you're a little bro. Like you are the little bro, your little twin or whatever. So it's like you didn't earn it or whatever. Like it's like the jealousy or whatever finally builds up to this point where it's like, yo, I don't want you to be tribal chief, and you don't deserve to be champion. All this and this up. So then it sets up a Jey versus Jimmy feud. Roman could get another feud. Maybe Jey. I doubt Jey gets it at another. Yeah, I doubt. This is probably the last chance for Jey, because if Jey had another match, I feel like nah. Like, this was the. It was. That's how I felt about Cody at WrestleMania. That was the opportunity. This is Jey SummerSlam. This is the opportunity. Like if you would not get a better pop than that night. So you know what I'm saying, that's exhausted. Roman, I don't know who's gonna beat him. I think it's between Gunther and Cody right now, and then maybe some other person could just come into the mix. I'll let Triple H cook on that one, but like, or Vince, I guess. But yeah, it will be justified. I think, yeah, the Jimmy thing will be justified. They're gonna have the Jimmy versus Jey match. Jey's always gonna win. Jey may face somebody, probably beats Austin Theory for the championship. Something like that. I don't know. I think there's definitely a way forward for Jey. The Roman feud could get. I trust and believe in Roman, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying. So they can do whatever with Roman. Maybe solo. And it was definitely unsatisfying. They got a moment out of it. They definitely got a moment. The F you Jimmy chants were crazy. I ain't gonna lie. The F you Jimmy chants were kind of crazy. So W match, and I'm gonna say I think it was a pretty good pay-per-view. I saw some people saying it was the worst pay-per-view of the year or something like that. It was a terrible pay-per-view. All the matches were bad. I was like, yo, you're tweaking. Like I don't know what you wanted. I don't know what you wanted, bro. That was controversial. The Finn thing was probably controversial, and then the Bianca winning, because a lot of people were like, "Oh, Charlotte should have won," and then they beat Io. But I was like, that's worse. That's literally worse. That's just the worst version of that. And they're like, they're stat padding Bianca's title. I'm like, bro, that would literally be stat padding Charlotte, because it would be like, oh, she's went closer to Ric Flair or whatever. So yeah, whatever. Great pay-per-view in my opinion. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know what you thought about Jimmy's betrayal. Yeah.